In this video, we'll uncover the most valuable Washington quarters you should be on the lookout for. We'll break down what makes these quarter dollars so special, how much they're worth in today's market, and what you need to know to sell them successfully at auction. First up, we have the 1995 silver Washington quarter dollar, with a large date and D mint mark, which has been observed to have a red, rusty color due to a number of unique factors. Unlike the previous coin, which was marked by scratches and damage, this particular Washington quarter is marked by its remarkable discolored condition, which has intrigued numismatists and collectors alike. Before diving into the specifics of this coin, let's take a brief look at the history of the 1995 Washington quarter dollar. This coin was struck in 1995, at a time when the Washington quarter series was still in circulation and actively used by the public. The coin continues to carry the same design that was introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. However, by 1995, the Washington quarter was no longer minted in silver, as was the case before 1965, and instead was produced using a copper-nickel-clad composition. The most striking feature of the 1995 Washington quarter dollar with a large date and D mint mark is its unusual appearance. Unlike other coins of the same year, this coin has taken on a red, rusty color. This discoloration is the result of corrosion, which often occurs due to exposure to the elements or improper storage over a long period. In some cases, the coin may have been exposed to moisture or stored in a poorly ventilated area, which led to the rust forming on the surface. Collectors and experts in the numismatic community have long been intrigued by this particular coin's appearance. The red, rusty color of the coin is not only rare, but adds a unique touch to the coin's value. In fact, this discoloration has increased its value in the auction market, as collectors find this to be a truly unique variant of the Washington quarter series. As with the 1970 coin, the presence of the D mint mark adds a layer of desirability to this quarter, as it signifies that the coin was minted in Denver, a facility known for producing high-quality coins. The large date on the coin also plays a role in its appeal. Minting errors are common in many coins, and when a coin is struck with a date that is either too large or too small, it becomes a collector's item. The large date on this particular 1995 quarter makes it stand out from other coins of the same year, and its rusted red appearance only adds to its mystique. Coins with these kinds of errors are typically much rarer than standard examples, and as such, they are valued much higher in the market. In terms of market value, the 1995 silver Washington quarter dollar in this unique red and rusty condition could fetch anywhere from $150,000 to $200,000, depending on the auction and the bidding competition. The rust and discoloration may be seen by some collectors as a flaw, but for others, it represents an interesting and rare variant that adds to the coin's charm and collectible value. The higher end of this value spectrum is reserved for coins in particularly good condition, where the discoloration has not detracted too much from the overall design and appearance. As with other rare coins, the value of the 1995 quarter is also influenced by the number of similar coins available on the market. The rarity of coins with such corrosion or discoloration is a big factor in determining their auction price. Over the years, fewer and fewer of these coins have appeared on the market, making them all the more desirable to collectors who specialize in mint errors or who are looking to complete specific sets. Collectors are particularly drawn to this coin because it offers a unique look into the world of errors and corrosion that can occur during the minting process. The color changes and rusting that are seen in this coin may be caused by factors such as mishandling, improper storage, or environmental conditions, all of which contribute to the coin's overall rarity. Coins like these are highly prized because they tell a story of survival through unusual circumstances. In conclusion, the 1995 silver Washington quarter dollar, with its large date, D mint mark, and red, rusty discoloration is a highly valuable coin in today's market. Its unique condition, combined with its historical context and rarity, makes it a standout piece for collectors. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer to the world of coin collecting, this coin represents an incredible opportunity to own a piece of U.S. history, and its auction value is sure to continue rising as it becomes even rarer in the years to come. Next up, the 1969 Washington silver quarter without a mint mark, in fine condition. If you're curious about its value in today's market, keep watching. You don't want to miss this. Let's begin with the basics. The 1969 Washington quarter was part of the ongoing series struck by the United States Mint. However, this coin is unique because it doesn't have a mint mark, meaning it was likely struck in Philadelphia. While many other coins from this year were struck at the Denver and San Francisco mints, the absence of a mint mark makes this one interesting for collectors. Now let's talk about condition. The coin you're looking at is in fine condition, meaning it has some moderate wear, but the key features of the coin are still recognizable. You can still see the important details like George Washington's profile and the eagle on the reverse, but both are softened due to the wear and tear it has experienced. In the fine condition category, you'll find that the coin has visible wear, but the design remains visible enough for collectors to identify the features. It's not in pristine condition, but it's still a good piece for any collection. So, what's the value of this? 1969 Washington silver quarter without a mint mark in fine condition. Let's break it down. First, while this coin is part of the Washington quarter series, it's important to note that this particular 1969 Washington quarter is made of the clad composition. That means it's composed of a copper core with a thin outer layer of nickel and not silver like the earlier quarters. Even though it's not made of silver, the 1969 Washington quarter still has appeal to collectors, especially those looking for coins in fine condition. In today's market, a 1969 Washington quarter without a mint mark in fine condition generally ranges from $32,000. The price depends on a few factors, such as demand from collectors and any minor variations in condition. To keep your coin in top shape and maintain its value, consider placing it in a protective coin holder or slab. Proper storage helps preserve the coin's condition and prevents further damage, which can impact its value over time. To wrap things up, the 1969 Washington quarter without a mint mark in fine condition is valued around $40,000 in today's market. While it's not a super high-value coin, it's still a great piece for any Washington quarter collection. Next up, the 1977 Washington silver quarter, specifically the version without a mint mark, and how much it's worth in today's market in good condition. Stay tuned as we dive into this fascinating piece of American coinage. All right, let's start with the basics. The 1977 Washington quarter is part of the long-running Washington quarter series, which started in 1932. This coin features the well-known portrait of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. But the coin we're focusing on today has no mint mark, which tells us it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint now. Let's talk about its condition. This 1977 Washington quarter is in good condition, meaning it has some noticeable wear and tear, but it's still easy to identify the details like Washington's profile and the eagle on the reverse. You'll see some fading on the designs, but overall, it's a solid piece. In good condition, the coin has visible wear, but is still legible and distinguishable. In comparison to coins in higher grades like fine or very fine, a coin in good condition shows more signs of circulation, but it's still a collectible item. Now, this is where things get interesting. Since the 1977 Washington quarter is made from the clad composition, which means it has a copper core with nickel layers, it's not a silver coin like the earlier Washington quarters. However, the value still holds some appeal for collectors. In today's market, a 1977 Washington quarter without a mint mark, in good condition generally ranges from $13,000. Its value is mostly driven by demand from collectors and its overall availability. While it's not a high-value coin, it still holds historical significance for collectors of the Washington quarter series. Recent auction results show that these coins typically sell for around $17,000, though some may go for slightly more, depending on the exact condition and rarity of the specific piece. If you've got a 1977 Washington quarter in good condition, it's a good idea to store it in a protective coin holder to maintain its condition. Keeping your coin in a safe and secure holder prevents further damage and helps protect its future value. Next up, the 1990 Washington Silver Quarter, featuring the large date and D mint mark in extra fine condition. Stick around as we explore this beautiful coin's value in today's market. All right, let's start with the basics. The 1990 Washington Quarter is part of the long-running Washington Quarter series, which began in 1932 and has remained one of the most popular and widely collected coins in U.S. history. The 1990 coin marks an important year for collectors, especially when it's found in extra fine condition. This particular 1990 Washington Quarter features the large date variety, which refers to the size of the 90 in the date on the obverse side of the coin. Also, the D Mint mark indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint, adding a slight regional uniqueness to the coin. Now, let's talk about its condition. In extra fine condition, the coin will show only minimal wear, with most of the details on the design still sharp and clearly visible. The obverse side, featuring George Washington's portrait, remains detailed, and the reverse with the eagle is still crisp. In extra fine condition, you'll see slight wear on the high points of the coin, but overall, it retains a great deal of its original features. These coins have likely been in circulation but not for long, meaning they are well preserved and very attractive to collectors. So, how much is a 1990 Washington Silver Quarter with a D mint mark and an extra fine condition worth in today's market? Let's take a look. While the 1990 Washington Quarter isn't made of silver, it's actually a clad coin with a copper-nickel composition. Its value comes from its condition and collector demand. In extra fine condition, you can expect to see these coins typically selling for $30 to $50. Though it's not a high-value coin like some of the earlier silver quarters, it still has a decent worth for collectors. Recent auctions for similar 1990 Washington quarters in extra fine condition have shown prices ranging between $95 and $100, depending on the auction and demand. Coins in better condition, like uncirculated or proof versions, can go for much higher prices, but for a coin like this in extra fine shape, it's definitely within that range. If you've got a 1990 Washington Quarter in extra fine condition, be sure to store it properly. Using a coin holder or slab will help preserve its condition and protect it from further wear. Proper storage can also help maintain or even increase its value in the future. To sum it up, the 1990 Washington Quarter with the large date and D mint mark, in extra fine condition, is typically worth between $147 and $200 in today's market. While it may not be a high-dollar coin, it's a valuable addition to a collection for those looking to complete their Washington Quarter set or focus on coins from specific mints and years. Next up, we're diving into one of the most interesting finds in the Washington Quarter series, the 1982 Washington Silver Quarter with D mint mark in fine condition. Stay tuned as we explore its value and what makes it so collectible. All right, let's get right into it. The 1982 Washington Quarter is part of the quarter series that's been in circulation for decades. While most quarters after 1964 are not made from silver, the 1982 quarter is still a significant piece for collectors, especially when you find it in fine condition. The 1982 Washington Quarter has the classic design we all know and love, featuring George Washington on the obverse side and an eagle on the reverse. This particular quarter was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark right under the date. Now, let's talk about fine condition. A coin in fine condition will show moderate wear, with clear features visible on the obverse and reverse. The details of Washington's portrait will be sharp, but you may see some softening on the high points of the coin. The reverse eagle will still have clear definition, but with some wear along the wings. As you can see, the 1982 Washington Quarter in fine condition retains a lot of its original detail. Even though there's noticeable wear, it's still a highly collectible coin, particularly if you have one with a D mint mark. So, how much is this 1982 Washington Quarter worth today? Well, while it's not made from silver, it still has great value to collectors who are focusing on specific years or mint marks. In fine condition, the 1982 Washington Quarter with D mint mark typically sells for around $20,000 in today's market. While it's not one of the highest valued Washington quarters, it's still a great addition to a coin collection, especially if you're interested in coins with mint mark varieties. Recent sales have shown that 1982 Washington quarters in fine condition with the D mint mark have been fetching anywhere from $24,000 at auctions. It's not an extremely rare coin, but its value increases with its condition and the D mint mark. Plus, any coin from the Washington quarter series is always in demand. To preserve your 1982 Washington quarter, make sure to store it in a safe place. Use a coin holder or slab to protect it from further wear and tear, keeping its fine condition intact. Proper storage can help maintain its value for years to come. So, to recap, the 1982 Washington quarter with the D mint mark, in fine condition, is worth around $30,000 in today's market. While not one of the most valuable coins in the Washington quarter series, it's a great piece for collectors, especially for those focusing on mint mark varieties. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on more coin collecting content. Got a 1982 Washington quarter? Drop a comment below and let us know what condition yours is in. Until next time, happy collecting.